You have them here, you can, you prop their head up and you can actually make eye contact with them, and then you can start the treatment. So one of the ways, if they don't shut up, I usually start working the arch of the foot. You know, in reflexology terms, that's the spinal reflexes. We talked about that yesterday, yeah? So you can work the reflex arch of the foot. And the nice thing is, if you get used to this, you can suddenly go, oh, you can actually feel that muck round about the lumbar spine, yeah? You can actually, sort of in the middle area, you've got round about the adrenals. These are all in the books, yeah? But again, these are spinal reflexes rather than just reflexology points. Work up to the big toe, and at this point they're usually going, that really hurts. You're going, shut up. But you're carrying on the conversation, yeah? I generally talk about food quite a lot, providing their foodies, you know. So yeah, you know, you're getting a sense. I'm feeling that this side on Davy, it's much happier. It's much softer. Whereas this side, it's like somebody's got cold chewing gum and just stuck it inside his foot. How does that feel for you, Davy?
Both sides are quite raw when you
Quite tender, aren't they? So again, you can start light and go deeper if you want to. But you know, it just gets them a wee bit focused. This is quite contrary to the way we started yesterday, isn't it? Yeah. And then here, do the big toe, because that's the neck. And then here, do that. And that's just basically that, you know, and it's just getting them used to, because again, they're no shutting up. Do you know what I mean? These are the people that are like quite cerebral, they want to know what's going on, so just let them know. Now, once we've done that, we slide the hands up to, and I'll show you and then I'll cover them up again. You've got the tibial epicondyles, right? So you've got the tibial crest is here, but we're looking at being on the inside. So do you remember I showed you this shape? Do you remember that shape? That's a universal shiatsu shape, yeah? This gives you, the way I work, it gives you the right angles with which to use. Yeah, but see how that fits? Yeah? So what you're really looking at is using this hypothenar eminence, the thenar eminence, to actually make contact. So what you want to do is you want to make contact. And you want to be the pussycat. Remember the pussycat on the shoulders? You want to be the pussycat here. And what you want to think about is you want to think about sending a force vector upwards from the tibia, up through the knee joint, up into the hip joint, to the sacroiliac joint, to the LS junction. Do you remember what the LS junction was? The lumbosacral junction. Yeah? I mean, we had the OA junction at the top, we've got the LS junction at the bottom. They're both to do with parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? So what we're doing here is nice and relaxed. Yeah, again, just 3.5 kilograms, 8-pound sledgehammer, and then we just lean forward. So here we're just going to pad. And again, rather than, you don't want this, you don't want to be pushing down. Can you see that? You want that force vector, and see how relaxed my hands are. Yes, you want to be like this, and you want to be, it's like, imagine you were on a rowing boat sitting on this, you know, it's like you're at the sea, you know, you've got that rolling motion. Does that make sense? So think about that rolling motion. And automatically start to relax. Because what you're really doing is that you're getting that movement going through the hips. One of those things when I'm teaching Qigong, it's so, you're moving this, and then all of a sudden, that engages. Rather than doing that. Does that make sense? So you're really starting to work with the hips. This is basically loosening up. Because most people have got real problems with the bottom of the spine and their sacroiliac joint. So we're just going to work like so. And then we're going to bring the arms down. And we could come down. And again, still gently getting this, you know, it's like that's really what's happening in my body, yeah? That fluid. And then we'll let you into the top secret. You see me working with my hands, but what I'm really working with is my feet. Okay? You have to start thinking about pushing into the ground with your foot in order to generate that force. Does that make sense? Yeah? So here, you're just moving. You're not using your arms. You're not using your shoulders. You're actually transferring the weight into your feet. In shiatsu terms, on the floor, you'd be using the ball of your foot and your knees. Yeah? So this is the universal linkage. Remember the universal linkage we did yesterday with the head? This is the universal linkage for this. Before you start drifting off, Davey, how does it actually feel?
It's very comforting.
It's very comforting. That's why pussycats do it. Yeah? Good. Then we can walk down. Oh, and the really good bit. Full Buna. Get the ankles. Now look, there you go. Now you can see it working, can't you? See the energy, see how it's going right up through the knee, into the hip joints. How does that feel? You avoided it there with speech. Yeah? So let's give you a wee shiatsu quiz. Which meridians? Explain. Kidney and the big L. Liver. Oh, what a difference already. Yeah? And you know, you're working in areas here. Again, you're not even thinking about meridians, you're just acknowledging that they're there. All happy with that so far? Mm-hmm. Let's make it better. Yeah? From here, we move round.